Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of the Film Vault Top 5 game. Before we get to playing, I will talk you through the basics of what this game is about. TFV Top 5 is a competitive party game. Points are awarded when a player's top 5 list has any matches with the opponent's top 5 list. Player with the most points at the end of 3 rounds wins. A few terms we should define before going forward are player and opponent. A player is the person who is currently taking their turn. They are the only person during that turn who can win points. An opponent is anyone who isn't currently the player. Opponents cannot score points in their turn. They must wait until their turn when they are no longer an opponent, but rather a player. Make sense? Cool. Moving on. At the start of each turn, player draws 3 top 5 category cards from the deck, chooses one, then discards the rest. Once player chooses the category card, player and opponents all have 3 minutes to write their top 5 in descending order. Player's turn is now done, and the opponent sitting to their left is now the player. After 3 minutes, all top 5s will be read one at a time. Player gets points for each answer that matches any of the opponents. Once everyone gets a turn, the first round is complete. Whoever has the most points after 3 rounds is the winner. There's a tiny bit more to it than all that, but these are just the broad strokes. Other rules will be further explained as the game goes on, so sit back, enjoy, and if you dig it, I hope to play with you in a future game. Oh, I almost forgot. How do we decide who the first player is? Why, we do a flick fashion, of course. This is where we confess the flicks we've seen, and that's coming up right now. We're doing another playthrough of the Film Vault Top 5 game. My name's Eric. I'm here with Mitch and Aaron.
Hi.
Hey,
everybody.
Aaron is a friend of mine that I met during Groupers, and he's a pretty cool guy. And we got to go out and watch the premiere. That was fun. Aaron, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and what because you're a filmmaker of your own.
I'm a failed independent filmmaker. Yeah.
Failed. Psh. Have you made films?
Sure, but
There you
nothing
go.
in a
Not failed.
Yeah, boy, I should have prepared for this. I'm a big fan of. I was a fan. I am a fan of the Film Vault, but I've always been a fan of movies. And I decided a few years back it was time to try and make a few, and worked independently with some people here in where I live in Wisconsin, and we put out a couple of shorts, a couple of pilots, and I look forward to someday getting back on set.
All right. And of course, Mitch, you're with the Hollywood persona in Film Vaulters. Probably where you're going to see this video at, I'm sure.
Yep. And yeah, I do odd shit for the Film Vault, whatever they need. I'm their lackey, so I'm happy to be here.
And my name's Eric. I created this monstrosity of a game that we're about to fumble our way through. So thank you for joining me. We're going to start the game off with Flick Fashion. It's where we confess the flicks we've seen. If you're familiar with the Film Vault, you know what a flick fashion is. If you're not, basically this round is we're going to each kind of try to sell a movie that we like to the other players. And then after all of us flick fest our movie, we'll each vote on someone else's movie that we would most like to see. Whoever has the most points not only gets to go first, but they start off with 2 points. So right away, you're doing pretty good, I think. So would anyone like to start off?
Mitch, you can go.
Thanks, Aaron.
Let me volunteer you how to do this.
The last great movie I watched was The Holdovers, so I'll go with that one. I watched that almost 2 weeks ago now in theaters, and I gave it 4 stars at the time. It's Paul Giamatti, and it's kind of a Christmas movie directed by Alexander Payne of Election and Nebraska, and he
is Election still banned from the show?
No, so I think Anderson's banned from putting it on the list. I think that's how that works.
And yeah, it's really it's sweet, and It's a Christmas favorite for me now. It'll be in my top 10 at the end of the year. I'm pretty certain. Great performances by throughout, and I quite loved it. It's up to 5 stars now for me, and yeah, definitely check it out. It's for VOD now. You can rent it for VOD, and it's still playing in some theaters. So um, it's good for the holiday season. So
The Holdover, correct?
the holdovers, yeah.
And Aaron, what do you got?
Let's see how good I can do this. Picture this: man in his mid-40s, already dealing with a major anxiety problem, driving his elderly mother 7 hours away to Louisville, Kentucky. His mother, chain smoking, neurotic monster of a woman, on her 10th marriage. We're going to 10 now.
Wow.
Oh, wait, that's not the movie. That was what I experienced before I watched Avanti. I had to drive my mother down to Louisville to see my uncle, her brother. Got in the bedroom, like in my hotel room, and found some comfort food on Prime. Avanti, I think I'm saying that correctly, just based on my experience with that word. Uh, Jack Lemmon. It's with Juliette Mills, and it's obviously it's Billy Wilder. Why did that take me a second? I had to look over at my notes. It's about a man who's going to find his father's corpse in Italy. He gets there, like hasn't slept. It's very Jack Lemmon-esque, and it's very Billy Wilder. And of course, he falls in love with I can't believe I'm say this, but the quote unquote fat girl who weighs 130 pounds. Kind of an interesting film idea. And it that rings through the whole movie. And obviously it's about his father being an adulterer. Turns out, well, I won't wreck the movie, but definitely worth watching if you like Jack Lemmon. I'm a huge fan. This is one of those that I've kind of been putting off, and I figured this was the perfect time to see it. If you don't like him, that would not be for you. But I think it shows it shows Billy Wilder starting to kind of open up with his scripts, kind of hitting more adult themes than he normally does. It's quite entertaining. It's a little long. I think it was like 2 hours, 15 minutes, maybe. I should probably look, but yeah, that's the last movie I have seen that's worth talking about.
All right. And what's that called again?
Avanti.
Avanti. All right.
Yeah,
mine is
2 hours and 20 minutes. Sorry.
There you go.
It's what? 210?
220. So
220.
yeah, you're
It's
right.
a little long. I mean, like it was 2 sittings because I can't do a movie in 1 sitting these days, but
I mean, I guess with credits, it's probably 210, 250.
remember, it's
maybe.
the olden days, so the credits are in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
72.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, mine's called Your Lucky Day, and it's your lucky day because you get to hear about this awesome movie. It's written and directed by Dan Brown, not that one. But this takes place in a convenience store, and some a-hole comes in and checks his Powerball ticket, his lottery ticket, and he won. He's a millionaire. Then what happens is one of the guys in the store kind of hears him. He's a ne'er-do-well. He overhears that this asshole just won, and the guy will not be quiet about it. Which, look, if you're in a public spot and you have a ticket that's holding $100 million or whatever it is, maybe keep that to yourself for a little bit. For this exact reason, because the guy pulls out a gun and tries to take the gun from him. There's a cop in the convenience store as well. He's ducking down. He sees what's going on. He goes to try to stop it, ends up shooting the guy with the ticket. The guy trying to rob the guy with the ticket shoots the cop. Now you have 2 bodies. You have the guy working behind the counter, and you have a husband and his pregnant wife also in the convenience store that just want the hell out of there. So the rest of the movie is the guy behind the guy working at the convenience store saying, "Hey, idiot, I ran the Powerball ticket. They know this came here. If someone finds a dead body, how are you planning on getting the money?" And he says, "I'll kill you if you don't figure it out, or maybe you can help me out, and then we can all be millionaires." And so, and of course, the husband, pregnant wife are like, no, we don't like this. And he's like, cool, I'll just kill you then. They're like, maybe we'll think about it. And then so the rest of the movie is just kind of playing out that setup that just happened. And
Did you
kind of
just say
funny.
he
Uh,
just literally just threatens everybody with death, everybody along the way? That's the whole.
At first, but then he kind of realizes the pickle he's in. And he's like, look, we can all walk out of here millionaires. Or you can walk out of here not at all. All right. Now we vote on, we have the holdovers, we have Avanti, and we have Your Lucky Day. Go ahead and write your pick, and then we'll see who's going first.
Nobody's going to read this, but here we go.
Holdovers. I got Avanti.
And I put Your Lucky Day.
All right. So we got ourselves a tie, which means we roll a dice. Not quite as fun, but whatever. Aaron, you'll be 1 and 2. Mitch, you'll be 3 and 4. I'll be 5 and 6. Mitch. All right, so we'll start round 1. Mitch, you'll go first. We have top 5 funniest female performances for 1 point.
Okay.
You have top 5 anti-heroes, and you'll have to roll a dice for that one.
Okay.
And we have top 5 uses of the F word. In this case, it's fuck, not the other F word. Also to roll a dice for that one.
I'm gonna go with top 5 funniest female performances. I think.
All right. So we'll go ahead and discard
like
those.
One, it'd be a lot of thinking that I don't have the brain power for.
All right,
Okay.
so Mitch is gonna read off. Mitch is the player, so he's gonna read off his list, and then we'll go through ours, and then we'll start counting them. As we go through our list, we'll start tallying up the points as we go through. So, Mitch, what do you
got? So number 5, I have Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids. Number 4, I have Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids. Number 3, I have Diane Keaton and Annie Hall. Number 2, I have Elliot Page and Juno. And number 1, I have Emma Stone in Easy A.
All right. And Aaron, what do you got?
Number 5, Sandy Dennis, The Out of Towners, 1970. Speaking of Jack Lemmon, she makes me laugh every time. Number 4, Miss McCarthy in Bridesmaids. I totally agree with that.
So that was Mitch. Was that the same position as yours?
It was his 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets a point for that, but not for the position. All right, go ahead.
Number 3, Alicia Silverstone, Clueless. Kind of a sign of the times. Number 2, I decided probably All the Women. Can I do that? In 9 to 5. I don't know if you remember that movie. Oh, it's great. James.
Damn, I should have picked that one.
I almost did.
And number 1 for me, look at that. Nice, man. No, too many kids around here. Number 1, Cameron Diaz, Something About Mary.
Oh, that's another good one. So,
funny, I put her at number 1, and I struggle because I wanted to. Easy A is another really good performance. I agree with that as well. That's a really good pick.
Love her.
So, Mitch, how many points are you at right now?
Well, I'm at 3 because of the 2 points I got earlier.
But okay.
I got 1 point for Aaron's answer.
All right. So number 5, I got Clueless, Alicia Silverstone.
Oh man. So
number 4. No, we don't. We're just worried about you're the only one that can get points. Oh, we forgot to do the over under. That's fine. We'll do it on round 2. Actually, we'll save that for the last round.
I think it's always under.
Yeah. Number 4, I got Bernadette Peters in The Jerk.
It's a good one.
Number 3, I just wrote Wet Hot American Summer, so I was going to give you points if you got anyone from Wet Hot American Summer. Probably go with Elizabeth Banks or Janine Garofalo or any of them, but anyone from Wet Hot American Summer I would have given you points for.
I thought of Elizabeth Banks, but then I was like trying to think of a movie where I loved her in, and all I could think of was Pitch Perfect. I actually liked her in that role.
Yeah.
I only can see her in Slither. It's the weirdest thing.
Mm.
I do like when her and Paul Rudd are making out and they're basically just like eating each other's mouths and licking each other. But it's like you're supposed to be kissing each other, not eating an ice cream cone, but whatever. Number 2, I got Mean Girls. Go with whoever you want to in Mean Girls. And number 1, and this is my number 1, Yellowbeard, Madeline Kahn. In fact,
Wow.
Madeline Kahn in anything is hilarious, but specifically
Funny.
Yellowbeard. So
Awesome.
I believe, Mitch, that puts you at 3 points.
Yes, 3
All
points.
right. Cool.
Did I keep my score here?
No, I think Mitch is keeping score.
I was making a joke, and then
Oh.
I failed. Don't worry about it.
So, Aaron, it's your turn. We have top 5 charismatic villains for 1 point. We have top 5 afterlife movies for 2 points. Or we have top 5 throwaway lines, and we'll have to roll a dice for that.
That one looks rough. I'm gonna go with the easy one with charismatic villains.
All right. Cool.
Maybe.
All right.
All right.
So top 5 charismatic villains in 3, 2, 1, go. And we're back. So Aaron, what's your from 5 to 1? What's your
5.
list?
There's no way this is on anybody's list, but Dan O'Hurley from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch as Conal Cochran.
Nice pick.
Good movie. I hated it as a kid because it didn't have Michael Myers, but I love it now.
Yeah, me too.
Number 5, Donald Pleasance. I'm gonna go with Dr. No for him. He's always a little bit
number
charming.
5, number 5 or number 4?
Number 4.
Oh,
that's what I said. Oh. Oh my God, I have 6. That's how good I am. Number 4, and probably should have been higher, is Eli. Well, we'll skip down Pleasance. It's fine. Number 4, Eli Wallach as Tuco, the good, the bad, the ugly.
All right.
Number 3. Now here, this is like, I have to go with Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter. Number 2, Jack Nicholson is the Joker. Far superior to the other ones as far as charisma. Number 1, Gary Oldman, Fifth Element.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with that one. You can almost just Gary Oldman when anytime he plays a villain. Even when he's a good guy, he's a villain. So
well, I will start because he definitely got points from me. Number 5, I got the Joker, but I specifically wrote the Dark Knight. So are we counting that for? Are we counting a point for that or no?
No, two different. I mean, totally different. I'm cool with that. Don't worry.
All right, just checking. Number 4, I got Tyler Durden from Fight Club. He's a character in Fight Club, in case you didn't know. Number
I just like Fight Club. There, you got it on recording.
No, number 3, you got 2 points. I got Hannibal Lecter. So you get a point for what the hell just happened there?
I'm sorry. I didn't know anybody else could see that. Okay, sorry. Hannibal Lecter.
So we got Hannibal Lecter. So he gets a point for having the same answer, and he gets an extra point for having it in the same position.
Nice.
This one, I may get some pushback, but we'll see. But I was so proud of this answer.
I didn't get clever.
The raptor from Jurassic Park, or the raptors from Jurassic Park.
I actually can go with that because at first everybody's like, "Oh, they're so cute," right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then they're very clever, and they're a character in the movie. And number 1, Brain Gremlin from Gremlins 2, or Mr. Glasses if you read the novelization.
You know, I should have just put that down as number 1.
Yeah, I should have guessed you'd have that.
Jeez. All right.
So you got 2 points from me. And Mitch, I believe you're up.
Yeah, so I went Chucky from Child's Play, Stu Macher from Scream. And then my number 3 was Hannibal Lecter.
Oh,
Oh,
So
we all didn't want to put it number one, but it had to be on the list. That's where I was at with that one.
where'd you have it?
he
Number
had it
three.
at number 3. So did I.
Oh, so
We all had it
so
at
you
number
get
3.
we all get okay. You're beating me now. You have 4 points. Um, Number 2 is Scar from The Lion King, and number 1 is Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Well, not a bad round, Aaron.
Yeah, you're in the lead.
Cool.
Eric
Yeah.
has
I'm
0
up.
points.
I'm up now. I got top 5 cute and cuddly creatures.
Oh God. You know what? I don't like that
Eric
you
Holmes.
have a chance to pick this category.
For 2
Oh,
points. For 2 points, I have top 5 hotels. And for 1 point, I have top 5 movies that scared you as a child. I kind of want to do top 5 hotels, but I'm having trouble thinking of 2.
Yeah, I mean, we can all come up with 2, right? And I'm not going to pick one. I'm not even going to put one of the 2 on the list because I haven't seen it. Because I refuse.
I guess we'll go cute and cuddly creatures.
I was really hoping you picked that, and we could both put on some ridiculous kids movie that scared us. And then all the Italian cannibal horror films I watched as a toddler.
Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. All right. So number 5, I went with Porgs from The Last Jedi.
Oh, nice.
So clearly I'm getting points on that.
No.
Number 4, I got I don't know if it was Lilo or Stitch, but it's the thing from Lilo and Stitch. Number 3, I have E.T.
Yeah.
Number 2, I got Fezzik, that furry ball thing in the Dark Crystal.
Yep.
And
That
number
crossed
1,
my mind, obviously.
and number 1, Gizmo, because of course I did.
Yeah, I knew you were picking, so I obviously didn't put a fucking gremlin on here.
It was very close for me because I was like, wait a minute, Eric's playing. What the hell would I do that for?
Cool.
You know, it's Christmas, and some people are enjoying time with their families, and the rest of them are slitting their wrists. One of the craziest lines to put in, was it PG-13?
It's not a kids movie.
Yeah.
No, it's
I mean, it's
PG.
the 80s
PG.
kids movie.
PG-13 came out the year after that, and part of the reason was Gremlins, and I think
Temple of
Gremlins.
Doom.
Yeah,
Oh,
Temple
wait,
of Doom.
Was Temple
They're
of
like,
Doom
this is PG. They ripped his heart out and showed it to him.
I remember watching that as a kid. That heart scene.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Mitch, did you just go? And I'm just.
No, I can go.
I'm sorry. That was.
No,
Never mind.
we were just chatting. So, number 5
Yeah.
are the Critters from Critters, the space
Nice
movies. Number 4, Eric Holmes, you get 2 points for this. Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. So it just came to me. So good job. I'm writing down your 2 points now. Number 3, I did Chewbacca. Number 2, I did Rocket Raccoon. And number 1, I did Goose from Captain Marvel, the orange.
Oh, nice. You know what? I came this close to writing Chewbacca because I had, before I wrote Porgs, I did Ewoks because I was like, I kind of like Ewoks, and I was like, ooh, I'll do Chewbacca, but it was like because even though he's bigger, he seems more cuddlier, I guess.
Ewoks are like their eyes; they make them creepy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't put Chewbacca because I was like, there's no way anyone's gonna put it, and then he did. So
okay,
I should have kept it, but good pick. Aaron, what do you got?
You're not getting points for me, but I did pick BB-8. I think that counts.
Oh, son of a.
That's number 5. Number 4, along the same lines, is Mitch the Mega Critter, the big one. That's definitely the guy I would pick. So the big. Anyway, have you seen Critters? It's terrible, I'm sure. I'm gonna butcher this. Totoro from my friend whatever Totoro, the anime,
Yeah.
Miyazaki film.
All right.
Number two, a Munchkin from that movie Munchkins. I recently saw the wall art for that because it's on like Freevee, and took a picture to send it to some friends. I should have sent it to you guys. It's hilarious because he's smoking, he's drinking a beer, and he's looking up his skirt, and it says under it "family friendly fun," and it's page PG. Number one, King Kong. Come on,
Oh my God, that's
cute,
good.
cuddly.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Peter Jackson's King Kong, I would definitely
No,
cuddle it.
sorry, can't do it. I love Peter Jackson before. I'll say before the. Yeah, I'm back further. He hasn't made a movie I have liked in a very long time.
That was the last movie he's made that I like. Well, except for
That's not true.
Shall
Wait,
Grow Old.
that documentary is pretty dang good.
Yeah,
They shall die. They shall not grow old. Man.
yeah, that's what I just yeah.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I was saying I haven't liked anything since Peter Jackson's King Kong, but They Shall Not Grow Old I just saw last year and it's incredible.
Yeah, I like his pre Lord of the Rings films.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just they're just so iconic in my world.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
So that's the end of round one. You want to do a
Okay.
quick point recap?
Yeah, so Aaron is in the lead with 4 points. Mitch Burns is in second with 3 points, and Eric Holmes is in last with 2 points.
Bringing up the rear, exactly where I want to be. All right. So, Mitch, you get to go first again, or you get to go again, and your categories are top 5 worst vacations for 3 points. You have top 5 baseball movies for 1 point. And you have top 5 debut performances by women for 3 points.
Oh, Lordy.
Holy heck.
I'll go top 5 worst vacations.
All right. All right, see that there, put that in the thing. And so now Aaron, just so you know, with this, because everything we've only got 1 point. He's got a 3 on top, so this is 3 points for every match. If it's in the same position, it's still only 1 point. You only get 1 point per position match, but for each match he gets 3.
If it's in the
3
same
points.
position, I would get 4 points.
Yes. So 3 points for the match, and then an extra point for the position. How do you want to without burning any answers, how do you want to go about this? I was just writing the movie in which a vacation was in.
Yeah, exactly. Just write the movie that a vacation was in. Any type of vacation, even if the vacation is not the sole, part of the movie, if that's not what the whole movie is about, but there was a shitty vacation in it, then that counts.
All right.
So.
All right. And 3, 2, 1, go. Mitch, what do you got?
Okay, so number 5 is The Impossible with Naomi Watts and about the tsunami. They were on vacation.
Is that the vomit movie that I really want to watch?
The vomit movie?
Oh, no. Confusing movie. Never mind.
No, it's like the true story about this Indonesian tsunami, I think.
Oh, the tsunami movie. I am such a jerk. I heard something else. I'm clearly having a stroke. I apologize.
It's really good. You should watch it. Number 4 is Jurassic Park.
I almost wrote that.
Number 3 is National Lampoon's Vacation.
I don't know what happens to the new one. It was kind of a joke. The remake.
I would say Vacation would go franchise rule. If you wrote any of them, then that counts.
Okay. Number 2 is The First Final Destination. They are leaving on a plane trip to Paris. And number 1 is Midsommar.
All right.
Oh God, I want to redo my list all of a sudden. No, man.
All right, Aaron.
Forget that. Okay, number 5. Gotta say Titanic.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Number 4, I think I'd be killed somewhere if I didn't put Evil Dead on the list, but Evil Dead.
That came up in the research.
And number 3, and this is sort of interesting that I got here. Forgetting Sarah Marshall when they go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Number 2, Force Majeure. I think everybody's seen that.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep pulls.
I really wanted to get clever and say like Platoon for number 1, but I remembered.
I mean, it's a getaway of sorts.
I think that when this was picked on the show, that's what Anderson said, and that's probably why it was planted in my brain. But number 1, Almost Famous, the flight that almost crashed.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
almost a spit take. What? Now I can't even remember what you said.
Almost Famous.
No, you're number 2.
Number 2, Force Majeure.
Yeah, no. What? Oh, well, the one you almost
said. Platoon.
Oh my God, that was good. That's good. That was almost a spit take.
All right.
Oh, that made my night.
My number 5. Actually, it should have been my number 1, but Deliverance.
Nice.
Did not go well. Number 4, The Vanishing. Either one. They both did not go well. Number 3, you got 3 points on this. Midsommar.
Nice. Yay.
That's pretty good.
You have that at your number 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the same position, but it's still 3 points. Number 2, Hostel. Good and one. Number 1, Force Majeure.
Oh, nice.
There's an avalanche, and you abandon your family like a coward, and they all live, and then now you got to spend the rest of the vacation going, no, I just had to go to the bathroom. It's fine.
Yeah, what's the American version called? Isn't it?
I can't remember. I didn't see that one.
It's got Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the wife, right?
Yeah, and Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
I remember it until you asked.
Yeah, I have not seen that version. I don't remember what it's called.
So, Aaron, you have top 5 DIY surgery scenes. I'll have to roll a dice for that. You have top 5 movie aliens for 1 point. And you have top 5 interrogation scenes for 2 points.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the DIY.
DIY surgery scenes. So we will do that. And now we got to roll a dice to see what you do with that. So we rolled a number 2. Number 2 is you get 2 points per match or 1 point, and opponents lose 1 point per match. So for each match that we get, you get just 2 points, just regular. Or you only get 1 point, but if we match, we lose 1 point.
Yeah, the second one where we lose points, because that's fun.
All right, cool.
All right. I don't know. Repeat it one more time and make sure I got it.
So you either get just 2 points, right? 2 points per match, like it would just have a number 2 at the top, or you get 1 point per match, and then we lose 1 point if we match you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So like theoretically, we could lose 5 points if we match all of them. All right. What do you got? Start from 5.
127 hours.
All right.
Number 4, Moss Man in Stephen King Creepshow. It's kind of a questionable one.
Yeah.
If I remember right, he tries. Obviously, my love of 80s movies are going to hit here. Terminator, Eyeball, first movie, 84. Nice. Number 2, Rambo 3. It's so iconic when he burns a hole through his body where he gets shot.
Right.
And then obviously, I don't even have to say the number 1. It's Evil Dead 2.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rambo 1.
I nearly did. It's on the list. The other thing, I almost went with, because I was thinking surgeries on screen that weren't doctors. And I thought, oh, cut me, Mick. Let's see if I can get Rocky on the whole top five, but I didn't.
Nice. Well, my number 5, Guy Green Room. The thing that you were asking about. I guess that won't be in the video. The part where he gets his arm cut up and then he duct tapes it later on. Prometheus, where she's basically doing a self-abortion with the alien.
Where it pulls it out. It's
Yeah. Number 3, I have Roadhouse. He's basically just kind of stitching up a arm wound. Number 2, I got Castaway. Dental surgery, but surgery nonetheless with a ice skate.
That is a good one. Like it.
And number 1, I have Iron Man. He does have I didn't know if this counts. He gets kind of assistance from Pepper Potts, but it's where he's trying to replace that chest thing.
Right.
Right.
The arc reactor.
Yeah.
I think. I'm a nerd.
That's a good one.
Bit.
So I don't believe there's any points there, but there you
go. My number 5 is Game Night. The Jason Bateman doing surgery on himself, and then he passes out right away and wakes up in the hospital. Really funny scene.
It's pretty good.
A scene that it's not like necessarily a surgery, but it's in the horror thriller movie called Revenge, where she steps on glass and then she has to remove it from her foot and then bandage it. So it's like, it's I don't know.
I think that falls within the spirit of the thing.
I was having a hard time thinking of ones. Number 3 is John Wick, the staple gun scene in the veterinarians in the first movie. And number 2 is the Prometheus scene as well, which I worried you guys weren't going to give me because it is kind of like a machine.
I feel like it hits what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then number 1 is Small Soldiers. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
The Joe Dante movie?
Yeah.
I
never heard of it.
I worked at a place that was demoing DVDs, and for 6 months that thing played on repeat. But I still like it. I'm not joking.
I watched it so much as a kid, and there's parts where like the one guy, he puts himself back together and he blew up or something. It's just fun.
It's a fun movie. Like,
it is very fun.
I really enjoyed it. I wish they'd make fun things again. Yeah. Of course, I would watch them.
And such a great cast. You got Phil Hartman as the dad, and then Tommy Lee Jones does like the voice, and Kirsten Dunst and Dennis Leary. Oh, I love that movie so much.
Optimus Prime guy, Starscream. I can't think of the guy's name. The voice actor
was Chris Latta. Optimus Prime was Peter Cullen, I think.
No, it's the other guy then.
Frank Welker. Yeah. That's Megatron.
I think Frank Welker's it's Miss Piggy. Oh, now I gotta look up.
Frank Welker. Frank Welker also, I believe he also did the voice for Stripe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Now I gotta look because I thought it's either him or.
It might it may have been both of them because Frank Welker and Peter Cullen are pretty prolific as far as voice acting goes. They've done Frank everything.
Welker is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Maybe. Frank Welker's definitely Fred. He's also Dr. Claw. Like you look up his IMDb, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 5,000. I cannot figure out who that's.
No, he's Shaggy. Sorry.
Oh, no, Shaggy was Casey Kasem.
Frank Langella. Whoops. The wrong Frank who doesn't do voice work. Whoops. It's funny how oh my God, Bruce Dern did a voice in that, and Jim Brown and Borgnine. I guess I knew Borgnine was in there, but the other two. It's nuts.
Ernest Borgnine from Basketball?
From
oh my God.
He's been in so many movies, and like Ernest Borgnine is the guy from Basketball to me.
Yeah, watch Marty.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I mean, he's I don't know. It's just weird. Like you get like these great actors has been like all these great things, and then you just single out the Brian Cox, great actor from Super Troopers. Like he's always that guy.
I love that dude from the McDonald's commercials. What?
Cool. I believe it's my turn now. So I got top 5 funniest musical moments to roll a dice. I got top 5 movies a friend made you watch for 1 point. That one, yeah, I'm not getting any points for that one. Top 5 high concept films. So those are, oh geez.
You're gonna say it backwards, aren't you?
What to do? I guess funniest musical moments, maybe. Because it would
This
just
is
be
a
a
tough
it would
one.
just be a comedy musical, more or less. Um, oh God. I don't know. These ones are tough.
Yeah,
Uh
that make a movies your friends made you watch. That's rough.
oh yeah. But yeah. Um
Just in general, I mean, just ignoring the game concept is like, ugh, I don't
yeah,
know.
well, because usually like movies like I can't remember if someone made me watch it or not. I just remember whether I seen it or not. And sometimes I don't even remember that. I'll go with the top 5 funniest musical moments, and that's to roll a dice. So we have 2. Whoop. 2 points or 1 point, and opponents lose 1 point per match. Yeah, fuck. We'll try it. We'll try the 1 point and lose 1 point just to see if it works.
So I
So
so
this
this
one,
you have to pick a song.
this one, I just write down the movie that's from. Uh,
Okay.
I I don't really want to get too granular of oh yeah, I picked
Good.
that movie, but I picked this musical moment from, like, just pick the movie, and then if the musical moment is within that movie, then it counts. Uh,
Cool.
might be cheating on my part, but it just make it easier that way.
It's not.
All
Mm.
right, and go.
This was easier than it should have been for probably some of it. I'm shocked that I could come up with 5 that I feel okay about.
Yeah.
I thought I would be way over the timer, but I got 5 that I'm happy with. It's just which I didn't expect.
Now
All
let's
right.
all name the same 5 movies, then move on.
In order. That'd be sweet.
That'd be sick.
Number 5, I got Hot Rod. Specific. Oh fuck! I should have did Never Stop, Never Stopping, but I didn't. Hot Rod, specifically the part where uh was it a Survivor song? I can't remember what song they were playing, and then he's doing like the montage, training montage, and then ends up falling down the hill for like 12 minutes. Number 4, I got Spinal Tap. I just wrote Spinal Tap because pick one. There's like 1,000 of them. Specifically, I had the drummers, exploding or spontaneously combusting, but anything from Spinal Tap. 40-Year-Old Virgin. At the end where they do the Age of Aquarius. Then I
Why
got
don't I
Wayne's
remember
World.
that?
A bunch of them. There's
Oh
a
my
bunch
lord.
of scenes in Wayne's World, but specifically I was thinking the Dreamweaver, but there's a bunch of them in that.
Yeah.
And number 1, fucking Catalina wine mixer, Step Brothers.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
I've actually never seen that film.
It's pretty good.
I've heard that, but yeah.
It's funny because it's the one movie that like Anderson didn't like, and it always bothered me. And then he rewatched it and he loved it, and like he puts it on lists, and it's like I feel vindication every time he puts it on a list because I'm like,
There's a
yes,
comedies are one of those things like
they're hard.
sometimes it takes 2 viewings to actually really enjoy it. And I can think of a couple like Billy Madison in particular. I hated.
Especially when you've heard about them for so long. This movie's hilarious, and then you go to watch it and you like your arms are crossed and you're like, what are they talking about?
That's
This isn't funny.
I walk through my life with the arms crossed, unfortunately, so I don't get
Yeah,
to enjoy things until
I
much
I
do
later.
rem-
that.
I remember like watching Big Lebowski the first time. I remember liking it, but I didn't like it wasn't funny to me. It wasn't until like watching it like 30 times, I'm like, this is probably the greatest comedy ever. Actually, the same thing with Boogie Nights. Like Boogie Nights just felt like a complete bummer until I watched it 30 times. I'm like, oh, this movie's freaking hilarious.
Okay, well, you guys are gonna yell at me, but for these exact reasons, I turned The Big Lebowski off halfway through. It just wasn't working for me.
Yeah. No, I
gotta
get it.
I gotta rewatch it.
The thing is, you
know,
gotta rewatch it like 10 times because it's like the comedy is really like buried
it's
deep in
subtle.
there. But
I
what
mean,
but
this
what
was like
what once you hit it, then it's like heroin.
okay. This was a while ago too, so I was quite a bit younger. So
Yeah.
Can you guys hear the commotion in my house?
No.
no,
You.
Dogs are
So
just going crazy.
we can't
Mitch,
hear those girls screaming in your basement.
Mitch, what do you got?
I am in Wisconsin, but I am not Mr. Was it Plinkett? Anyway,
Blanket. What's that from? Um,
Red
number
Letter Media.
Protagonist.
Oh yeah, protagonist. Protagonist. Number 5 is Eurovision. Specifically the Ya Ya Ding Dong part. It's a Will Ferrell movie. It's actually pretty good on Netflix.
Yeah,
Number
ding dong.
4, I just put Hamilton, but mostly the King George scenes, which were really funny, obviously. Barbie, I put like when all the Kens are singing Matchbox 20's push to
Is
the
that why that's
Barbies.
all over the place now? Damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
He just performed at my friend's bar.
The original Muppets movie, when Kermit and Rolf sing together, they sing a song that I love. It's really comical. And The Lion King, Hakuna Matata, is my number 1.
Well, this is funny because we got nothing the same.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
wow.
Here we go. Number 5. And you said one. I was like, God, I should have put that on the list. Anyway, Blame Canada. South Park.
Oh shit.
I had
Oh
just
my gosh.
I've seen that movie so many times. God, I love it. Number 4 is the Muppets, but it's the newer Muppets. Am I a Man or a Muppet? It's pretty funny.
Oh, why
Most of
did
that
I
movie I really enjoyed.
love that movie?
Number 3, this is a 60s film. I guess it's a Broadway thing. I don't know. Springtime for Hitler, the producers.
Oh,
I mean, that I haven't seen that movie in 30 years, and that damn song can still get into my head and make me laugh. Number 2, Little Shop of Horrors, Mean
oh,
Motherfucker from Outer Space.
fuck.
I'm surprised you now. This last one, it's not. They're not singing, but it's a musical moment that is pretty. It's again, it's gonna be Team America. America, fuck yeah.
See,
That one.
that was the one I forgot about. As soon as he said the
Oh,
the South Park one, I was like, I should have done America. Fuck yeah.
But you
yeah.
and that's why I didn't put Little Shop of Horrors because you like that movie, don't you? Right, Eric?
Yeah.
Like
You
I
do?
know you
I don't think I
brought it
knew
up
that.
before.
You know how
Yeah.
you watch Small Soldiers? That was one of the movies I would watch a lot just because it was
Yeah.
on HBO 3 times, 4 times a day back then, and we had
Oh.
HBO for 2 months. It was great.
I remember it being on TV a lot, but I think it's way better than it needed to be, and a lot of people just kind of like looked over it. But I had a lot of
I
fun.
actually like the original movie too because it's good. I mean, I like Roger Corman's stuff. Well, some of his
There's
stuff.
an
I shouldn't
original
say it
Small
like that.
Soldiers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Little Shop.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Small Soldiers. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No. Little Shop.
Wow,
Little Shop of Small Soldiers.
I'm dumb.
I did
Um,
mumble it. So
so this one, once Mitch picks, chooses a category, Mitch, you're gonna give us a possible number, and then Aaron and I get to choose whether we're gonna go over or under.
Okay.
So we got top 5 character introductions for 1 point. We have top 5 insults for 2 points. And we have top 5 elderly men performances for 1 point.
I'm gonna go top 5 elderly men performances because the other two seem like
Wow.
it's gonna take a lot of thinking.
I'm pretty sure you just called us old. At least me. I
So,
think they're about 4 months apart, right?
I don't know how old you are or what year you were born.
Aaron's
I'm
58.
not gonna say it on.
I was born in 1977, so you tell me. Oh,
Good
okay.
year.
Yeah.
I'm 17. I hope it's okay that I'm drinking.
Oh,
Oh,
you shouldn't have been sending me dick pics. Damn it, I'm going to jail.
all right. Sorry.
Cuckoo. So Mitch, give us a number of how many matches you think you'll
I'm gonna go
get.
with
And then Aaron, once he gives us that, we just write it over, under, and then we'll get it just says 1 point on there. So if we get it correct, who wagered correctly, then we get a point.
I'm gonna go with 1.
1.
Yeah.
So where do we rate this?
Just I'll write it down. I'll write my
You write
answer
it on your
down, and then you
back.
can just say it.
You're just writing down up or down, right?
Yeah. So give I got mine. Just say over, under, and then I'll
I'm
reveal
gonna
mine.
say over.
So do I. Over.
I think this is gonna be one more. We're gonna get some matches here.
So if you get 2 matches, Aaron and I get a point. If you get 1 match and only 1 match, Mitch, you get a point. And if you get no matches, no one gets any points. And
You
that'll
know
be
the other
why.
musical one that I wanted to say, Little Miss Sunshine.
Ooh, that's a good
For
one.
the
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah,
All right, we ready?
yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Number 5, Michael Caine in Dark Knight. First one that popped in my head. Number 4, I went with Anthony Hopkins in The Father. Number 3, I went with Ian McKellen in Lord of the Rings. Number 2, I went with the Green Mile, the old guy in that Red. No, not Red. What's his name?
Oh,
The
The one that
I'm
kills
looking it
himself.
up.
Spoiler alert. You know who I'm talking about?
I do,
wait,
but I can't.
Tom Hanks's character?
Oh, sorry, no, Shawshank Redemption, not the Green Mile.
Oh, Brooks.
Yeah, I knew what you.
Brooks,
Yeah.
thank
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then
What's
I
weird
went,
is you said it. You said the wrong movie, and I was thinking the same guy,
right.
but I was looking at the Green Mile.
Sometimes I get those two confused because they're in my brain. They're so high. I love them both. One is Star Wars Alec Guinness.
Nice.
I like it.
All right, Aaron, what do you got?
Well, no matches, but here we go. Number 5. Walter
Spoiler
Matthau.
alert.
Yeah, sorry. Number 5, Grumpy Old Men, Walter Matthau. I can pick him because I feel like he's been old the entire time I've seen him. Even when he was young, he looked old. Number 4, Art Carney, Harry and Tonto. I'm pretty sure he's in his late 60s in that movie. Elderly man taking his cat for a trip to see his daughter. It's quite ridiculously. He's a talent. He was a talent.
Oh,
I can name a couple more, but Little Miss Sunshine, Alan Arkin. Like,
good one.
God, yeah, fantastic. Glenn Ross, Jack Lemon's character specifically. You could say
You
Alan
are a
Arkin.
shithead, Williamson.
So good. So good. This one
I
is
love that line.
sort of clever. Sort of clever. Ed Asner, Up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's number 1 for me.
Solid.
All right. Number 5, I have Grumpy Old Men. Pick one. Don't care. They're both great.
I don't know why I didn't do that.
Number 4, I have About Schmidt. Number 3, I just wrote Cocoon. I guess Wilford Brimley, but any one of them would work.
He's in his 40s. That doesn't count.
Yeah, but he looks elderly, and,
Oh my
and
God.
that's all I
Who moves
had.
into an old folks home in their 40s? I don't get it. Here I am, 46.
Yeah, but 40s and the 80s was like 80s now.
I guess. I don't know.
Number 2, you got points. Brooks from Shawshank Redemption.
Nice. 1 point.
And number one, I matched with Aaron, Little Miss Sunshine.
Nice.
I mean, at your
You know
age,
what?
you'd
I'm
be
in my
at
70s.
your
I
age
know I'm
you
on my way up. I'm gonna
at
use
your age
heroin.
you'd be crazy to do heroin. At my age, you're crazy not to do heroin.
Alan Arkin is like the character actor that I needed to live forever because there's no one like
Me
him.
too.
Like he
Actually, I could have even went with him in Argo. The Argo fuck yourself.
yeah.
Dude, I agree with you. Like it's just devastating when these guys start to like everybody on my list is dead. Holy shit. Like I had the Hal Holbrook on here as well from when he did that Into the Wild movie, but it's
That's
just
like one
like
of my favorite movies, and I should have put that. I thought of it actually because he was
love
like
that
one of
guy.
the oldest people to be nominated for an Oscar for that role.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
So how many points you get on that one?
1 point for Brooks.
Whoa.
What position was Brooks on your list?
2.
That was mine. My number one was Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, okay. So I get 2 points for that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then me and Aaron get a point for the going over one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
All right. We all get points. Yay. And next time we play this game, I'll remember to do that every round instead of just the final one. But
Yeah.
here we are. We've been drinking. It's fine.
Is this the last round? Like the last
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah. So we each get one. We each get one. Oh, so Mitch, how many points are you at right now?
I'm at 5, 6, 8.
8.
Eric's at 3, and Aaron's at 5.
Tight. So Aaron, you need to get 5 to catch up with, or you need to get 3 points. 5. You need to get 3 points to catch up with Mitch. And we have top 5 rotten films for 2 points. I think that's top 5 movies that are rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
Good luck with that.
yeah.
Top 5 hot and sweaty scenes for 3 points. You can decide whether sweaty that means sexy or just they're working out. And then we have top 5 funniest male performances for 1 point.
Yeah, we're definitely not. Yeah, I thought rotten meant something else, but so let's go with the funniest male performances.
All right.
Oh, that's cute. All right.
Here
we go.
Let's go there. Top 5 funniest male performances. Oh, and then give us a number so me and Mitch can guess over or under.
0.
0?
Okay, 1. I think I have to say 1. Yeah.
Mitch, I got mine. Do you got yours? Do you think it's going to be 0 or more than 1?
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay, go. 3, 2, 1. Over. Under. I went over.
Cool.
Well, let's go in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Aaron, what do you got?
I threw up my list.
I feel like, this whole game I've been playing this same way, and everybody's going to know what I'm going to pick. So here we go. Number 5, Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain. It's one of those movies I avoided for a long time until I fell into it and laughed my ass off. It's an enjoyable film.
As long as you don't pick Bruno Gans from Downfall, I think we'll be good.
There are I have no like smart picks here. These are all going to be straight picks. This one, number 4, every time I see this movie, it brings a tear to my eye. Simon Pegg, Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, damn it. I should have picked that. Actually, I'm glad I didn't pick that.
Number 3, this was a toss-up, but I have to go with Robert Downey Jr. in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I nearly picked Kilmer, but I think he's damn funny. Number 2, I'm sorry. I'm going to put both here, and you guys can go to hell. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, and The Odd Couple, specifically. Number 1, before Forrest Gump, there was a gardener being there, Peter Sellers. And if you haven't seen that movie, take 5. Just go watch that Hal Ashby classic.
No, which one?
being there. Because it
Oh,
looks terrible. Looks like you're an old person. It just looks like it's going to be boring. And then you kind of get it and you watch it for 2 minutes and you realize, oh shit, this is a misrepresented thing.
that's actually a great pick. I mean, not a great pick for for getting points in the game, but just in general, like
Yeah, I wrote it
that.
down.
Yeah, that and the fact that that's like a Harold and Maude thing. Like the name itself just kind of turns you off, but that movie's so good.
Yeah,
It's one of the.
absolutely.
It's also one of the reasons why I like Fool's Paradise, even though everyone else hates that, because it's kind of Fool's Paradise is almost a remake of Being There, and I love Being There so much. So I like that whole idea of like an idiot failing upward, and everyone just like saying, that they'll ask him a question, he says nothing back to him, and they're like, "Oh, he's so brilliant."
Yes, it's just fantastic. I feel like when they made Forrest Gump, they looked at that movie and said, okay, we have this racist Southern book because he's a total racist in the book.
No,
And let's
I
just
haven't read
see
the
what
book.
happens. Yeah, it's very good. Like I love Forrest Gump as well. The movie, not the book. Sorry.
I don't have to read the book now just to kind of see what you're talking about. If that was
Yep.
a change they made, that was a good change.
Well, a lot of it changed. Like
Yeah.
they just kind of took the character and some of the setting.
All
Not
right.
close.
Well, number 5, I got a Strange Brew. Dave Thomas or Rick Moranis, I would have went with it. Basically, I just wrote movies, and then you can pick any actor you want from there.
Was that a
Uh,
person or a kid? Just heard?
Happy Gilmore, specifically Ben Stiller, but Adam Sandler, pick someone from there. Tommy Boy, Chris Farley.
I'm gonna go to hell for not putting that on my list.
I thought for sure you would have that on your list, which is why I had it. I put Airplane. It just seemed like a good general one to throw out and see what sticks.
If you were picking that for me, hell no, don't pick spoof movies.
Yeah. Yeah, but like a lot of people like Airplane, so it seemed like a safe pick.
What
Then
is Airplane a spoof of? Like,
It's just
I think
Airport 77.
Yeah.
okay.
Apparently there was a lot of like
It's like
movies movies similar to that, like around that time. But
yeah, there was these airport movies that came out every year for like 4 years or some crap, and they're all
It's
kind
like
of
one of those movies where the spoof became bigger than the actual movies.
oh yeah.
yes. Especially after time, like someone's gonna do like a spoof movie of like they have done spoof movies of superhero movies, but like 20 years from now, it wouldn't surprise me if like the whole MCU DC movie thing will just be like a figment of the past, and just people that watch movies just won't remember because it won't be a thing anymore. Because there's always been like stuff in the past where like there was stuff that was like huge at the time, and then time goes on, it falls out of favor, and then just people in general forget about it. I don't know what that timeline is going to be for superhero movies, but it'll happen eventually.
I mean, they're collapsing now, aren't they?
They are, but people won't forget about them for a while.
Oh,
what I'm saying is what Airplane was spoofing was something apparently that was really popular at the time, and people are like, yeah, eventually people are going to forget about these movies. People have probably been like, you're fucking crazy. They're going to remember them forever, and then a couple decades go by, and they're like, what is Airplane spoofing? the exact quote.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Except for me, who somehow had a copy of Airport 77 as a kid and thought, oh, was that comedy? Oh my God. I remember watching it going, when is it going to get funny?
Yeah. And my number 1 is The Jerk. But no points for me. What do you got, Mitch?
My number 5 is Will Ferrell in Step Brothers. Number 4 is Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
Damn it, that's a good one.
Number 3 is Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that is good.
Fucking Whopper Jr. hands.
Number 2, I think you get a point for this, Aaron, or maybe 2 points. Simon Pegg in Shaun of the Dead.
Wow.
What position did you have it at?
Number 4.
So you get 1 point, yeah. And then number 1, I have Hank Azaria in The Birdcage.
All right, so Aaron,
it's a good pick.
What was the wager number? It was
over.
1. So I went over.
Go 0,
you
right?
went under.
So I went
it is at 1, so Aaron gets a point. So you want to do a quick score recap before we do this final round or this final match, I
Yes.
guess?
Who's Eric? Is this you that's
Yes.
going? Okay. Um. So you have to get. So I have 8 points. Aaron has 7 points, and you have 3.
Oh, nice. All right. So I got
You gotta get.
top 5 pool scenes for 3 points.
You have to get 6 points to win.
All right. Got top 5 political documentaries for 3 points. I'll just go ahead and move that right there. Then I got top 5 disturbing films for 2 points.
Oh, do that one.
Um,
What was the one you just immediately put in the discard pile?
Political documentaries.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go with pool scenes.
Oh, fucker.
I figured you would. All right. So I don't want you to. You got to pick. Yeah. All right. Brain hurting.
Oh, let's do the over under. I will go 6. Not 6 matches, but 6 points. So that would be 2 matches.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, under.
Over.
Okay.
All right.
Clearly.
And by the way, the this is for 3 points. So if you get the over or under, you get 3 points instead of 1 point, as we did previously.
Cool.
All right,
Way
and
better.
go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Way too.
So I will give a quick honorable mention because it's not on my list. But I
How
took
did you
it.
not put it on your list?
I took it off. I wanted to keep it there.
Damn it!
It was Anchorman. There's a part where it's like cannonball jumps in, but I was like, I gotta take this out. I had 6 of them and I had to take one out, and Anchorman is the one I took out. Number 5, I have Unbreakable, where Bruce Willis falls in the pool and is almost drowning to death.
Oh my god. That made for the worst scene in in Glass. Oh my god. Sorry.
Hey, I didn't see that one because
number 4, which actually should have been number 3, but it's number 4. Actually, this probably should have been number 1. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Phoebe Cates.
You have number 4? That's number 4?
Yeah. It should have been higher, but that's just where I put it. Number 3 was I think it's called Passengers, the one with what's her name and what's his name? They're in space and she's swimming and the gravity goes and she's like trying to swim out, but she can't. Number 2 is Boogie Nights. There's a couple pool scenes, but I mean specifically the one where
on this list of yours.
Wow, specifically the one where he's like what was it? He's like sitting there, he's like puts his hands out, like John C. Reilly's getting like really, it's like perfect flip. And then he just like belly flops or whatever. That was good stuff. And number 1.
I can't believe you picked both of the movies.
And number 1, it said YMCA when Stripe jumps in the pool and creates all the gremlins.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised this other one that I have on my list didn't make yours, but okay. You probably didn't think it. Okay, cool.
Mitch, what do you got?
Okay, so number 5 is kind of a weird one, esoteric one. It's just one that came to mind. The sequel to The Strangers Pray at Night. It is not a good movie, but it has a pool murder scene that stuck in my head. Obviously, Let the Right One In. It has an incredible pool scene.
So I should have picked that. That is a great one. That is a fantastic pick.
Even in the remake, it's good. Number 3, It Follows. Has a good pool scene. Number 2, probably my first boner, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That I don't know who she was in the pool,
Wasn't
but
that Christy? Oh, wait,
That was Vacation.
yeah,
the first
National
one?
Yeah.
no Christmas Vacation.
There's a pool
He
scene in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, he's looking outside because he's gonna use his
That's his
Christmas
neighbor.
bonus to buy a pool, and Chevy Chase is looking out the window and he sees the hot girl from behind the
It's got to be Brinkley or is it Elaine? Shit.
counter, and
Huh.
she's swimming in the pool and she's like taking her top off. Number one, the first one I thought of is obviously Poltergeist.
Oh goddamn, those are all great picks. I should pick to one of them.
So how many are you at now?
0. Don't spoiler alert. Just read your list.
I'm not. I can't believe you didn't put groupers as number 5 at least on your list.
God damn it!
My God!
I quit.
I mean,
I know.
how is this not on his list? Like, I had to knock one that he just said off my list to make sure it was there. So
Eric, we are bad friends.
Yes, we
yeah,
are.
well, it's number 5. It's not number 1. So here we go. Next, Poltergeist.
Actually, that's even worse. You did
Yeah.
remember, and it's not number 1.
Well, I'm so if you look at my list, it's actually I'm like, Eric's gonna pick this number 1, and then I thought, no, I don't want him to get 4 points, so I moved it back.
I didn't even think of it, and that's actually a great, because that's pretty much the entire movie.
Yeah.
Right. Number 3, probably mine. Well, anyway, it's probably my first bone. I don't know. Phoebe Cates, Fast Times.
Sweet.
Number 2. Wait, no, number 3. No, yeah, number 2 now. Sorry. Yep. Number 2 is a pool full of Stripe and Gremlins.
Can't believe you let him have it.
And I put number 1. That was my choice. God damn it! Like, I wasn't trying to totally pander, and it's The Graduate.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
He's swimming around trying to figure out his life, and I'm still doing that. I'm much older.
So
Not in a pool.
I believe I got 6 points on that one. I called 6 points for the over and under, so that's an additional 3 point. That's 9 points.
Wait. How'd you get 6 points?
3 for Fast Times and 3 for Gremlins.
Oh, so Eric comes
Victory
from the fucking bottom
He did
to number 1 with 12 points. Craziness. I'm in second with 8, and Aaron is in last with 7. But at least we're all in first at 1 point. So
bringing up the rear, my favorite thing to do.
Well, Aaron started out at first, and then I overcame him, and then you overcame me.
Yeah.
So
it's a crazy job, last round. And as soon as you picked it, I was like, "There's a danger here of
there is
of he's going to have too many matches and get a zillion points."
So,
Aaron, I thought you only had 1 matching his, so then I would have got the over under, and I would have got even 1 more point and been in first. And I was like, yes, and then nope.
So real quick with that, because the only reason we did that over under thing was because I forgot the first 2 rounds. Is that something you think we should add for every round, or just keep it for a final round?
You should do over under even.
Over under. Well, so the way I did it now is even automatically goes to the player, and so it's between the opponents whether they want to go over and under. If it goes even, it just automatically goes to the player. But they're kind of guess. I guess the idea is you could probably go either one. This is just kind of this is a new rule, but one I kind of like and one I kind of want to play around with.
Yeah, you got to get the points scoring up because it's going to be a low scoring game and people get excited with higher numbers usually. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, no, I like the over under. I have a suggestion that I didn't think of last game, but I thought of this game. And Eric, I know this is your baby, so if you hate it, that's fine. I don't care.
I hate it. Moving on.
Okay.
No,
just
kidding. You can handle criticism. It's fine.
I think, in my opinion, I think it would be cool if there is crossover between the players, like that aren't the player, they should get a point. If it's on your list, then only you get the point if you're the player.
Yeah.
But if you're the player, but if Aaron and I had matching points, I think it'd be cool if we each got a point.
Oh, just regardless of what's in the top corner, like it's just 1 point. Like,
Right? Yeah. Just like 1 point, like
I mean,
because
we can definitely play around with that. My only thought is, like the last game we had, I think we had like 6 or 7 players.
yeah,
That would become
yeah.
a headache to keep track of.
No, you have a good point. Like, I like the idea, but you're totally right. Are people going to remember? We barely remembered over under.
But if
Mm-hmm.
everybody had Jurassic Park, then it's like, oh, we all had Jurassic Park. Okay, we all get a
Yeah.
point. I don't. If you didn't have it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
No,
must
no,
make it possible.
I don't hate the idea. It's just it'd just be one of those, like, maybe in one of these we can just play it with that rule and try it out. Because
Yeah,
that's
so
kind of that's kind of what we're doing here. Like, just recording it and just I mean, this is essentially play test. So the idea of
Yeah.
throwing out ideas is, yeah, let's try it, see what works. Worst case
I
scenario,
think-
it's going to be a complete headache. In which case, well, hold on.
I think the only reason I said that is because I I was like, you know what, this would be more fun if people were getting more points. But then by the end, you got up to 12 points. So I was like, oh wow, okay. So like in the end, we all got over 5 points. That's good.
Yeah.
I think.
Going last at the last round is I'm trying to figure out if there's a balancing issue for you, to if you care, because I'm trying to figure out there's always going to be an advantage there, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, the what determined the order was the flick fashion at the beginning.
Oh, I know. Don't.
So
It's weird.
maybe
I'm
if
trying
you
to
win
figure
the
out-
maybe if you win the flick fashion, you get to start off with 2 points, and you get to choose what order you want to go in.
Yeah, I
Right?
think that,
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
it's
a
like,
good
hey,
idea.
I won the flick fashion, I want to go last.
Yeah,
Right.
You can
Yeah.
choose that if you like.
yeah. I think that might help. So the biggest problem, obviously, is the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So how do you fix that? You don't.
You don't.
You don't do a top 5. You go top 3, but still, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's not film vault.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, and it's also not fun
Yeah.
because top 3 of anything, I think we get all lined up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think in the rules you just put, your the player's best judgment, because I think it's like who you're playing with. Us three know movies very well, so 3 to 4 minutes was probably good for us.
Yeah.
But if I would play this with my parents, and some friends, and my parents know movies, but not that well. So I would say I would give that
Yeah.
a 5-minute timer.
My
I think
my
it could be.
my thoughts on that would be, in the rule book, I gotta choose a time. It's just gonna be 3 minutes. But
Yeah.
like with any game, it's like, it's
Player discretion.
we'll do 5.
Yeah.
Like how many board games have you played where the rule was do this, but
Yeah.
you know what? House rules. We're gonna change this because of
And the thing
XYZ.
is, sorry.
Yeah, and I think the other thing I'm going to say is if somebody, like on that last round, and you didn't want to line up anything to all of a sudden give somebody else points, you could have. I mean, you have to make sure that people are playing in the spirit of the game. Clever answers are great, but
Yeah. Well, so we had that last time. It was I think we had we had gay characters, and someone put Tyler Durden. There was nothing in Fight Club to suggest that Tyler Durden was gay, so we vetoed that choice. And then they just
okay. You have a mechanism. You're good.
Yeah.
As long as there's a mechanism, so some ass.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like it also depends on who you're playing with. Like if it's close enough, or what, like, oh, we knew what you meant. Like I think Mitch had one where it was Brooks. He had the wrong movie, but we knew what he was talking about. You just kind of let that go. But then there's sometimes where it's like, sorry, Big Bird's not a human. You cannot choose Big Bird as top 5 human characters.
We did call a couple people out like that on the last game.
Yeah.
We did say, no, I'm sorry, we can't give you that. And I think that's like.
But at that point, like that's within the rules where everyone just kind of. You just kind of take a vote from everyone.
It's
And then
player
if it can't come
discretion.
from, and if there's ever an impasse, this is also in the rules. You play the Rotten Tomato game. Someone
Oh
chooses
yeah,
a
good
movie,
idea.
and then the person whose turn it, or the person who, the person that had the controversial pick and the person that called them both pick a Rotten Tomato score. Whoever's closest
Yeah,
wins. And then if you tie, just do another one real quick.
yeah.
And that's
Good idea.
that it solves any disputes, and that's what they do on the film vault. So, but we haven't had a contend with that yet. But
I really like
that is a thing in the rules.
Yeah. I really like that, like, even if like I was playing with a group of friends, so the 3 minutes, like the 3 minutes where we're quiet and we're writing, it reminds me a lot of categories. Have you ever played that?
Yeah,
So like where you have to like, you're sitting down, you're writing, nobody's talking. So it reminds me a lot of that. But I think what's great about this game is, yeah, go ahead, use your phone, but you're going to find really popular choices
yep,
that the person might pick. I mean, or you could be going to that person's letterbox and saying, "Oh, we like this movie. I'm going to put it on my list," or something, right? I think a game where you're allowed to use the internet, that's kind of interesting.
yeah.
I like that aspect.
Well, also it's
What's
like
interesting is
you're not gonna go online and get the deep cuts because you don't have the time for
No,
that.
well,
right.
that's what I'm gonna say is like I wonder what the score is like if it's people that don't really dig into
Exactly.
we didn't go crazy here, but I bet it would be a lot higher.
Like
Yeah,
the top five vacations, everybody would have had National Lampoon's
Yeah.
Vacation, like European Vacation, right?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But also
so
you also have to keep in mind of who you're playing against.
yeah,
If you're playing against if it's your turn and you're playing with a bunch of casual moviegoers,
yeah.
why would you put force majeure?
I mean, yeah,
But playing
yeah,
with
no, I
us,
did.
it might
Right,
come up.
Like I
right.
could see my dad being like, "Well, I don't know that movie," and it's like, "Yeah, that's the point of the game.
No,
You don't know the movie. I just gotta like, I so you didn't get a point, or I
yeah,
did, whatever."
That's fun. I liked
But
it.
yeah, me too. I love this game. I really do, and I think you hit the jackpot with this, Eric. So
right. But yeah, that's that.
yeah,
Uh, thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Eric.
and again, this we played for a long time, but it's so different in person, right? And
Yeah,
and it's the first time Aaron's played, so we had to explain rules to
yeah.
him, and I was
And
still not, but
unlike the first one, we actually got through an entire game this time instead of an entire round.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
So
Yeah,
I had to like figure out like you always have like they always have like on the boxes of games of like how long does this take to play? It's like, well, how quick are
one
you?
to 1 to 2 hours, I would say,
Like
maybe. Or
if you're playing Monopoly speed roll and everyone's just like really good at really fast at taking the turn, maybe it doesn't take 16 days, but sometimes it does.
but I also think this is a great game where like if we only wanted to play one round, we only had
yep,
we only had to play one round, right? We could stop after one round.
Yeah.
If like I was playing with my parents and like they weren't really digging it or something, or the vibe wasn't there that night, it'd be like, okay, well, let's just play one round and see, and then it's like, oh, I'm loving this, let's play three. So
Yeah. Or maybe get to 3 rounds, you got people coming over and you're all like coked out of your mind, drinking beers. It's like, we're doing 12 rounds. We're going to full on marathon.
we're doing 12 rounds and we're mixing the game with D&D.
whoa,
Mitch, you mentioned before about like the blockbuster game. Um,
Yeah,
like me and my brother, we would just like, we'd have people over and we start playing the blockbuster game, and we play the game like as the rules dictate, like
yeah,
early
yeah,
on, and then
yeah,
at some point we're just going through every one of these damn cards.
yeah, yeah.
like
I,
like
I,
uh,
I
or like Trivial Pursuit's another thing. It's like you got the board, you got the way you play the game, but at some point you just abandon the game. It's like we're just going through the cards. Like
yeah,
I could see this game being one of those things. Like you start playing the
yeah,
game, and at some point you just start flipping cards over. What's your favorite top five? Blah blah blah.
yeah, exactly. Like I think that's why it's going to be a universal thing, a lot like the Blockbuster game, is because it's going to open it up to a lot of different people. And yeah.
Yeah.
Keep me looped in there. I gotta play again.
Yeah, I'd love to play again. Oh, I mean, I have to.
Cool. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us. And who wants to do it? Aaron, you go ahead and sign us out.
Oh, I have to do this?
Yes.
We do it for Van Gogh.